Hi all, Jeff back again. Yeah, just thought I should go ahead and shoot this before the stack gets too big. It's that time again. um, yeah, it's been insanely busy. Yeah, family's all come down with several bouts of COVID and flu and everything else. So, yeah, it's probably another day or so I'm going to get it myself. Yeah, so let's just jump in here. Got to quit the stack. Let's see what we got. A lot of recent acquisitions, some revisits. Got quite the stack of some new to me's and some repurchases. I kind of regret selling off a while back. I went and re-got them. Jumping in. Got Neil Young. Everyone knows this is Nowhere. Yeah, so this is Gatefold. It's a mid-70s reissue. One of my favorite Neil Young songs. Extremely clean copy, so glad to have that collection again. Might have paid slightly, or I don't know, more. I don't know. I paid a little on the high end on this, but not crazy. But yeah, I wanted a clean copy. Every time I see this, it's always trashed. So yeah, happy to get that. One of my favorite Neil Youngs. It's 5 all day long. Don't need to talk about it. Yeah, this one's a cool one. Tokyo Flashback 1, Volume 1 or whatever. Most of these are on CD. This is, as far as I know, it's the only one on vinyl. It's the 90s Tokyo psychedelic rock bands, very kind of noise, experimental tinged. Yeah, I know. It reproduces some of the albums it's pulling from. So it's a double LP. I think it was just black vinyl, but yeah, they did really nice packaging on this. Um, so it's a really thick uh, thick album here. I think it'd be more than 2 albums in there, but it's 2. Oh yeah, it is black edition. I guess there is a color version. So it's got Marble Sheep, High Rise, Ghost, Japanese Ghost, White Heaven, Fushitsusha, Verzek, Kosukura, and Keiji Haino. Yeah, I don't know. I might pick up some more of these, but definitely not for everybody, but enjoyed that one a lot. Might seek out a couple of the albums that are sampling from that. I've had this for a long time, I think. Coleman Hawkins, Wrap Tight, Impulse. Not the perfect copy, but these one, the original pressing, this original are very close. The old school pressings are very, they're deep groove. It doesn't really matter if they're a little bit trash. Pretty straight it, straight ahead, bebop, whatever. Um, pretty good one. Is it fully in my wheelhouse? No, but I do enjoy it. So Coleman Hawkins, Drop Tight. It's a pretty solid 4. Yeah, the Tokyo Flashback one, yeah, 4.5-ish. Yeah, revisited this one. Made for TV, Spies Everywhere. This was actually, it's growing on me. So yeah, definitely. It's like 80s DC post punk alternative new wave, whatever. It's kind of in there. Produced by John Cale. Includes their 7-inch, which is their stronger stuff, and then yeah, so 6 is plus 4 extra songs, I think. So it's pretty damn good. So picked that up in the shrink like a month or 2 ago. Be happy with that. I'm gonna bump it up to 4.5. I'm rather enjoying that one. This was like a bargain. Didn't find. Paid a few bucks for it. Pretty clean. Ventures. Gusto or or just Ventures. I don't know. Maybe it's just called Ventures. I don't know. Yeah, just called Ventures. The Ventures. Okay. Anyway, it's a comp. Mid-70s comp. 2 albums. Uh, the Ventures, I don't know. I would hesitate to call it one and done, but I'm probably not going to pick up much, if any, more Ventures after this one. It's got Y50, yeah, Telstar, Satisfaction, games, games people play, Apache, Tequila, Oh Pretty Woman, Happy Together, Proud Mary. Yeah. There's definitely some more stuff that's they're good on, but that's a I don't know until I find like a 4-disc CD set or something. I don't know. This will do me pretty well. I have a couple other Venture albums. I'm not gonna really go out of my way for more. Yeah, pretty solid 4. It's a comp. It's a good comp. That's not much more to say about that. I think I've shown this once or twice. I found this shield in Tokyo on the cheap head shop. Um, Early 70s psychedelia for the year, 71-ish, I'd guess. Um, yeah, it's a lot of covers on here. Sunny, Revolution, Beatles cover. Um, yep. So, yeah, I think Opera in the year 4000 might have been a cover. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's like half covers, half original. Kind of hard psych. Is this essential? No. Is it fun? Yeah. For you can pick this up pretty cheap. It's probably worth having. Head Shop. I think it's self-titled. And this is there was only two. I think 2 pressings. This is the. I think that there was like an early '90s pressing. What this is, and then the original. So I think the repress is not terribly expensive. Um, Yeah, finally, I've been looking for this one for a while. Bob Seger, Mongrel, Bob Seger's System, rather. I think the one that came before this is the Stronger album, but yeah, this is quite good. So Bob Seger being a little more in the I don't want to quite say as hard as the Stooges, but it's definitely Detroit rock. Um, so yeah, it's a pretty solid album if you see it. I wouldn't pay a fortune for it. I think it's like the early pressings go for a crazy amount. I think there was only maybe 1 CD pressing on that, so because apparently Bob Seger doesn't like it anymore or something like that. I forget the story. Anyway, it's a pretty damn good album. 4.5. It's definitely a keeper. I'm happy to have it. Didn't pay a fortune for it, so happy to find a really clean copy. Got here Beto Magnus, I guess I should say, with Shaking Ray Levi's. I partially bought it just for the artwork, but they consider themselves, yeah, it's a 10-inch. They consider themselves like more of a free jazz avant-garde band. It heavy on the noise. Yeah, the Shaking Ray Levi's. They're more like a spoken word. Um, this is I think they're all instrumental. It's been a couple weeks since I listened to this. I want to say it's all instrumental though. But they do more of like a spoken word, beat jazzy over or the what I think of like more of the cool folk rock. It's in that vein, but you don't really hear them on this album. It's kind of weird. It's very much Beto Magnus album. And they've done collabs with a lot of the Japanese noise bands. Even though they consider themselves a jazz band, it's way more in the noise vein. Definitely not for everyone. Sean, you probably find it interesting. Um, yeah, I might seek out some more other stuff. It's kind of interesting. Definitely not for everyone. Is it a 5? Probably not. But yeah, it's at least a 4, maybe 4.5. I don't know. I rather enjoyed it, but yeah, very much not in the not for everyone vein. Yep, we got a bunch of CDs here. So we got I'm gonna mess this up. Alimony 1985 by Karuna Khyal, Khyal. Even though the name's not Japanese, it is a Japanese band. Kind of psych. Uh, this is basically it's a um, independently released LP in Japan. Underground, very much underground. So the originals go for hundreds, if not thousands. The CDs are getting a little scarce right now, so if you want one, you might want to pick it up. This is a numbered edition of 1,000, and I know this came out a few years ago at least, so its stocks are probably pretty low by now. This is a pretty damn solid 5. Avant-garde, little bit proggy, more on the avant-garde side. A little bit, yes, it's very psych tinged. Avant-garde, I guess. Highly recommend this one. Alimony, 1985 by Karuna. And I forget the year this originally came out, but it was definitely early 70s, even though it's called 85. Maybe it was like supposed to be like the year after 84. I don't know. But yeah, they were definitely kind of going for that kind of Metropolis looking cover there. Then let's see what else I got. Frostburn album is Devon. Again, it's a Japanese obscure underground release from 80s. Yeah, prog, psych, avant-garde. It's heavy on the heavier side. Again, not for everyone, but a lot more accessible than some of the other ones I've shown today. Yeah, these ones actually they're not like way out there, but it's definitely not for everyone. So yeah, Brast, B-R-A-S-T, burn, 2 words. I don't know if that's gonna come out. Maybe there you go. But yeah, it's again limited edition reissue. There's been a couple bootleg editions of this one. So this one's a numbered edition of 500. I want to say Phoenix, who does all the UK. These are all UK bootlegs. I don't know why they get away with it in the UK. But yeah, very, very good. Again, really solid 5. Essential Japanese underground band. They do have a few other releases. I might check those out later. But I really enjoyed that one. Did revisit a few things and some stuff I've been sitting on my shelf for a while. I just never got around to listening to. Rosetta, Out of Control, Colors. I don't know. I think I might purge this one eventually. 3.5. You can see where they're kind of got something. I think they definitely came of. Yeah, they got good when recording for Touch and Go. So check out the Touch and Go releases. I might pick up some of those. Just ditch this altogether. Probably not worth having in the collection, honestly. It's not, they're older, they're later stuff that came out like 10 years later is a lot more in the noise rock vein. This one, you can see it's kind of going in that direction, but it's definitely not noise rock yet. This one's like a promo copy. The Josephine Wig Experience. See if I can turn that around. So she was with, what was that? Josephine Wig's Experience. There you go. She was with, oh, the hip hop group, the Beastie Boys signed, the all-female one. Shoot, what was their name? I'm gonna think of it after. No, that's not them. Oh shoot, can't think of the name. I'm pretty sure I got some on the shelf somewhere. Anyway, I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, I'm sure someone's gonna write in the comments. So yeah. So her other band, you know, the main one's like the hip hop, pretty damn good too. But yeah, this one it's more in the kind of the indie rock, lo-fi vein. It's pretty solid. It's not like you need this album solid, but it's a good album. If you see it for $1 or whatever, right? It might be worth picking up. So Josephine Wig Experience, pretty solid 4, I'd say, but definitely not essential. Did pick up a stack of jazz. I just bought the damn box because they had a whole box of these like kind of radio promos, so they're missing the covers. So Tutu, Miles Davis. Yeah, is it essential Miles Davis? Maybe not. Is it good Miles Davis? Yes. So definitely in the 80s vein. Pretty solid though. You definitely hear the 80s stuff's going on now. That kind of 80s cool jazz, I guess. But the synths and everything. It's a pretty good release. I give it a pretty solid 4. Revisited this one. Found this comp a while back. Edith Piaf, 35 to 47. So she was like the French Bessie Smith or whatever. So kind of a little bit bluesy tinged, vocal pop of the day. Chanson? Is it chanson rock? I don't know. It's definitely not rock. But yeah, it's got that it's vocal, jazzy. If you like Bessie Smith, I don't think it's quite as good as Bessie Smith, but it's enjoyable. So I'm certainly keeping this in the collection. So double album. So it's got a thick booklet. It's half in French, half in English. So yeah, if you see it, I think it's import from France or Europe. And then lastly, this happened to be in my CD player when everything went down a couple weeks ago. I don't know. Finally got around to listening to it. It's been a while since I listened to this one. Public Enemy, Public Image Limited Pill, second edition. This was the metal box. I did have a chance to buy the metal box a couple of years ago, and I kind of regret not getting it. But I don't know. I'm not like a massive Pill fan, but I do like this one. I don't know. I like their little more weirder releases, but this is pretty damn solid. Yeah, you know them, you love them. Don't need to talk about it. 4.5 there. Um, yeah, that's my stack. Got a lot of new stuff. Like got a birthday stash, the upcoming Christmas stash, and yeah, I was gonna drop by Japan. Hopefully, if I don't get really sick. So I'll probably do a little bit of a dig. Maybe try to get some Japanese underground, maybe some garage, maybe some noisy stuff. If I can find it, I gotta figure out where the good record stores in Osaka are these days. Did find a lot of good jazz down there. I know the Tokyo stores really well. I don't know the Osaka ones that well. Or I might go head into Kyoto. I want to go to Time Bomb for sure. Because they had the record label did a lot of the garage stuff. These days I'm a lot more interested in like the weird experimental 80s stuff. So I'm probably gonna do a little more of a deep dig on this trip if I have the time, assuming I'm not like deathly ill with flu. So anyway, take care, guys. Happy holidays. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and I might see you before Christmas. We'll see. See how busy I am in the next week or so. So, cheers.